I spent 6 years overseas. 6 years of dust, gunfire, and letters that took 3 weeks to reach home. When my unit finally cut me loose for a 2-month leave, all I could think about was my wife's face and my son's voice. A voice I'd only ever heard over a crackling phone line. I never made it home. And the worst part, for a long time, I didn't even know that. I want you to remember that as I tell you this, because somewhere in this story, I stopped being a man walking home to his family, and I don't want you to notice exactly when. The bus dropped me off at a gas station on Route 9, just outside a town called Millhaven, one of those blink and you miss it places tucked into the Ohio farmland, surrounded by nothing but corn and silence. My hometown, Ashford Hollow, was still a few miles out, past the tree line. Down an old county road, the buses didn't run anymore. It was late, 10, maybe 11 at night. The kind of dark that isn't just an absence of light, but a presence of its own, thick, pressing in from every direction. Cicadas screamed in the ditches on either side of the road, and the cold had that late October bite to it, the kind that gets into your knuckles. There was a massive dead oak at the fork in the road, its bare branches clawing at the sky, rattling every time the wind picked up. And beside it, again, a little roadside shack, the kind that sells cigarettes and motor oil and not much else. A lantern burned inside, throwing a sick yellow glow across the dirt. I could see someone moving around in there. I shouldered my duffel bag and walked over. An old man was hunched behind the counter, wrapped in a ratty flannel, a scarf wound tight around his ears against the cold. And still he was shivering. He was so absorbed in whatever he was doing that he didn't notice me until I was standing right in front of him. I asked if there was any way to get a ride into Ashford Hollow. He looked up, looked me over, slow, head to boots. "You're not from around here," he said. His voice was dry, cracked, like something that hadn't been used in a while. "Been gone a long time," I told him. "Trying to get home. It's pretty late, I know." "Which town?" "Ashford Hollow." He nodded slowly. "That's close, but it's late, son. Awful late. Won't find anybody driving out this way tonight. And that road..." He stepped out from behind the counter, closer than I expected. "That road ain't right after dark." "Ain't right how?" "Folks say that road plays tricks on people, some kind of haunting." I laughed. I actually laughed, standing there in the freezing dark, because after 6 years of watching men die from things you could at least explain, bullets, shrapnel, bad luck, the idea of a haunted county road sounded almost sweet, almost comforting. "With all due respect," I said, "I've seen the real world. There's no such thing as..." "People have walked that road before you," the old man cut in, and something in his voice made the laugh die in my throat. Not many of them made it to the other side. I didn't wait to hear more. I hitched my bag up and started walking. Behind me, I heard him shouting, really shouting, like his life depended on it, begging me not to go that way. I didn't look back. The road swallowed the light almost immediately. Cornfields stretched out on either side, tall stalks leaning in like they were listening. The cicadas got louder. The wind picked up, cold enough to numb my face, and above me, no moon. Just a flat, black nothing where the sky should have been. After a while, I saw lights, small, flickering, maybe half a mile ahead. Porch lights, I figured, the edge of Ashford Hollow. "See," I told myself, Old man was full of it. I kept walking and walking. The light stayed exactly the same distance away, no matter how far I went. Like I was walking on a treadmill someone had dressed up as a road. I told myself the path was just winding, playing tricks with the perspective. Then the lights vanished, all at once, like someone had reached out and switched them off. My stomach dropped. I stopped walking, turned in a slow circle. Corn on every side, black sky above, and the awful realization that I had absolutely no idea how long I'd been walking, or how far. My throat had gone bone dry. I dug my water bottle out of my bag and took a couple of swallows. You're new around here, aren't you? I don't think I've ever moved that fast in my life. I spun around, and a bottle flew out of my hand into the dark. A man stood a few feet away, sun-beaten skin, a stained white undershirt, work pants caked in mud, and a wooden walking stick in one hand. 30-something, maybe. He'd come out of the corn without a single sound. Who are you?" My voice cracked on the words. "Easy, easy." He held up a hand. "Name's Cole. I work this land, live just down that way. Saw you out here alone and figured I'd come check." His voice was calm, almost kind. And after a few seconds, my heartbeat started to slow. I told him I was headed to Ashford Hollow, that I'd figured I'd just walk it since it was supposedly close. "That's all fine," he said, "but you don't want to be on this road after dark. Trust me." There it was again, the same warning. My skin prickled. "Why?" I said. "Is it haunted? Is that what people keep telling me?" Cole's eyebrows went up. "How'd you know that?" "Met an old man back at a shack near the fork. Said the same thing." "What shack?" "The one with the lantern, right by the big oak tree." Cole went very still. "Sir, there's no shack out there. Hasn't been one for years." I felt something cold slide down the back. Then who did I just talk to? "This road's haunted, mister. Something out here gets a hold of anybody who walks it at night." He glanced at the corn, then back at me, and for a second I could have sworn there was pity in his eyes. "It's late. Just come stay at my place. Head out again come morning." I said yes, before I even finished thinking about it. Fear does that. Makes decisions for you. He led me down a narrow footpath cut into grass taller than my head. A small farmhouse appeared out of the dark, mud-walled, a single window glowing dull yellow. Corn pressed in on every side of it. The wind gusted again, colder this time, and every hair on my arm stood up. Like my body knew something my mind hadn't caught up to yet. Inside, a woman crouched at a wood stove, cooking flatbread over the coals. A crib sat a few feet away, rocking gently. She'd reach over now and then to nudge it without even looking. She turned when we walked in, smiled at me. It was the wrong kind of smile. Too wide, too still. I didn't say anything about it. "This is my wife," Cole said. "Ruth." "Evening, ma'am." "Ruth, fix the man a plate, would you? He's come a long way." She served me beans and warm flatbread on a tin plate, a cup of water. I hadn't realized how hungry I was until I started eating. I cleaned the whole plate. "Good meal," I told her. "Really good, thank you." "She's a fine cook," Cole said, smiling. We talked a while longer, nothing important, just small talk to fill the space. And then Cole laid out a bedroll on the floor. I lay down, closed my eyes. Sleep wouldn't come. I told myself it was just the unfamiliar place, new house, new sounds. I turned onto my side. That's when I heard it. a baby crying from the crib across the room. I waited for Cole or Ruth to get up. Neither of them moved. The crying didn't stop. I got up quietly and rocked the crib from a distance without looking inside, then lay back down. The crying kept going, and a thought started nagging at me, small and strange at first, then impossible to ignore. Why hasn't Cole shown me his kid all night? Curiosity, or something worse, pulled me up off the floor. I crossed the dark room toward the crib. The lantern had burned down to almost nothing. The crying was getting louder, closer, wrong somehow. Too loud for something so small. I reached out and pulled back the blanket. The crib was empty, my chest seized. I turned around and Cole and Ruth's bedding lay flat and untouched, empty. They were gone. There had never been anyone else in that room but me. My head started spinning. My legs went weak beneath me like the strength had just been drained out of them. My stomach turned violently, and before I could stop it, I doubled over and vomited. It wasn't food, it was blood. And in it, human fingers, human eyes. A savage pain tore through my chest, like a fist closing around my heart. I dropped to my knees, hand clutching my chest, and for one horrible second, I thought that was it. That was how it ended. Alone on a dirt floor in a house that shouldn't exist. Then just as suddenly, the pain let go. My whole body went light, weightless. I don't remember standing. I don't remember deciding to run. I just remember running, bursting out into the corn, into the dark. No idea which way was out. Just moving until my vision blurred and the world tilted sideways and went black. When I woke up, I was staring at blue sky. I sat up fast. I was lying in the middle of a cornfield, green stalks, morning light, birds somewhere far off. The memory of the night before hit me all at once, and my hands started shaking. In the distance, I could hear voices, a crowd of people. I got to my feet and started walking toward them, and the closer I got, the worse the feeling in my gut became, because I recognized the house rising up ahead of them. The same mud-walled farmhouse, the same window, the place where I'd spent the worst night of my life. I pushed through the crowd anyway. People were gathered in a loose circle around something on the ground, murmuring to each other in low voices. I shouldered my way to the front, and then something hit me. Not a person. Something deeper. Something that emptied out my whole chest in half a second. No, I said, this can't. My own body was lying in the dirt in front of me, my eyes wide open, staring at nothing, fixed forever on whatever I'd seen in that final moment. And in them, only one thing left behind: fear. I still don't know how long I've been walking that road. I don't know how many people I've met at that fork since, how many I've smiled at, fed a warm meal, tucked into a bedroll for the night. All I know is that if you're ever driving through rural Ohio and your GPS dies somewhere past the tree line and you see a lantern glowing at an old crossroads with no name, don't stop.